Have you seen what they've done to your song?
In 1983, Shirley Caesar married the love of her life, but 31 years later, everything she built came crashing down. Her husband was gone, her stepchildren turned against her in a painful estate fight, and false stories about her death began flooding the internet. Even her own siblings accused her of using their mother's pain for fame, a cruel claim against a woman who had given away most of her wealth to help others. Born in 1938 in Durham, North Carolina, Shirley was the 10th of 13 children in a family that barely survived. Her father sang gospel on weekends while working long hours in a tobacco factory, and her mother, disabled and struggling, somehow managed to feed all 13 children. When Shirley's father died from a brain seizure when she was only 7, childhood ended for her that day. She began singing in churches to earn money for her family, and by 10, her voice was shaking church walls. At 14, she traveled alone across the segregated South, singing for 50 cents a night, sleeping in bus stations, and surviving on hamburgers her mother packed for her. Her life was built on sacrifice, not comfort. As her mother's health worsened, Shirley became her full-time caregiver at 12, a role she kept for decades, even after fame found her. She sang through heartbreak, through poverty, through pain, and her voice became her strength. When a mysterious voice called her name during college, telling her she was chosen to preach the gospel, she dropped everything and obeyed. That decision changed gospel music forever. Joining the Caravans at 19, Shirley's fiery stage presence stunned audiences, and her voice became a symbol of faith and resistance during the civil rights era. But after years of being underpaid and overlooked, she went solo, defying everyone's warnings. Her first solo album, My Testimony, was raw and powerful, proving she didn't need a group to make history. As years went on, she used her music to challenge injustice, blending gospel with soul and funk, angering purists but inspiring millions. In 1972, she made history by winning her first Grammy, bringing gospel music into mainstream America. Her global tours opened her eyes to poverty, inspiring her to give away half her income to charity. Even when people mocked her for helping AIDS patients or questioned her for working with secular artists, she never stopped serving. Her message was simple: love without limits. But fame didn't protect her from heartbreak. In 1983, she married Bishop Harold Ivory Williams, and together they built a ministry that reached thousands. When he died in 2014, her world shattered. What followed was betrayal, as her stepchildren fought over his estate and family ties broke apart. Then came the rumors, fake stories about her death, false claims of financial fraud, and even a man pretending to be her secret son. Each scandal tried to tear down what she had spent a lifetime building. Yet through all the lies, Shirley stood tall, releasing videos to prove she was alive and preaching the same message of faith she always had. She had no biological children, but she poured her love into her church and community, mentoring gospel legends like Yolanda Adams and Kirk Franklin, warning them to stay true to their calling. Even now, at 86, she still leads Mount Calvary Church, drawing thousands each Sunday. Despite losing her family, her husband, and facing years of public attacks, Shirley Caesar remains one of gospel's strongest voices, a woman who gave everything to lift others even when she was torn down herself. She has turned every trial into testimony, proving that true power doesn't come from fame, but from faith. So if you were inspired by Shirley's incredible story of strength, faith, and survival, make sure to subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and press the bell icon so you never miss another story from the heart of Hollywood and beyond.